Okay, welcome to today's show. I got a special guest. So let's just talk. You got an interesting story. You went from monk to Forbes.
Yeah, literally.
Tell me about the transition. Give people 3 things you learned.
Number one, you touched on it at the start. There's a beautiful verse in the Bhagavad Gita that says that detachment doesn't mean that you own nothing.
Okay.
Detachment means that nothing owns you. When I come up with an idea, I want to know what the Dalai Lama thinks as much as what the Mark Zuckerberg thinks. Because for me, that polarity is what allows me to not get lost in the echo chamber.
So maybe we could say number 2 then is don't get caught up. You have to, it's hard to see the perception of yourself that's true. Like
massively.
People love to, like you said, they're either deluded in themselves or they're listening to someone else who's delusional.
Absolutely. And
so what's the third thing then?
The third thing is that I'd probably say it's around fearlessness. So we get trained in this test of, for a month, you are left to be with nothing. You get 2 pieces of clothes, you have no money, no food, and you're left on the streets. And that builds this incredible fearlessness and resilience. When you've had nothing, you know what to do when you have something. At the beginning, you're just trying to survive. Like your whole motive is, how do I live? How do I get? What do I trade? Do I perform? Do I sing? Do I dance? Do I tell jokes? Like, how do I create that trade?
I mean, you got kind of get out of your own.
You kind of get out of your own head. Yeah, and that's the point.
Is that what happened to you? So tell me a story. So what'd you do? You're dropped off. They don't literally like drive a car and just boot you out, right?
Not with like blindfolds. And
okay, it's not like a mafia thing.
Yeah, it's not that kind of thing.
So you're dropped off. What do you do? How'd you survive? How long was it?
Oh, a month. So 30 days.
Okay. No money?
Days. No money.
Were you dressed like a monk?
Yeah, I was dressed like a monk. So
did that help you think?
It helps. It definitely helps a little bit. Like that would have been a real challenge. If we weren't dressed as monks, then that would have been like impossible. Like you'd definitely die.
Yeah.
And so first thing I start doing is starting to ask people how I can help them.
Okay.
So I just walking up to people and I see an old lady. I'm like, oh, can I help you carry your bags?
Yeah.
Start helping her carry her bags. When I help her to her home to carry her bags, she gives me a rupee.
Huh.
So then I go up to someone else and go, how can I help you today? And someone will be like, oh, well, can you come and help me? I'm just fixing this in my home. So I'll go and help them fix that thing and they'll give me a rupee. And you start realizing that service, or bringing value to someone's life is the way you start. You literally sleep wherever you can find.
So you were like sleeping on the road?
Floors, on trees, like.
There's a lot of cobra snakes. When I was in India.
I thought there was some in your pit here. It's not like, it's not like a game or anything like that, but you get checked in. But then by the end of it, you start noticing the pain of people around you. And, one of Gandhi's messages was, I was sad that I didn't have any shoes. And then I saw a man with no feet.
What did a typical day look like? Were you meditating? Were you?
So you wake up at 4 a.m. every day.
Okay.
So you sleep like 4 to 6 hours a night. You're trained to condense sleep and expand your life by meditation.
Okay.
And then you wake up and you meditate for 4 to 8 hours a day. Some of it's collective and some of it's personal.
How do you focus the mind for 4 to 8 hours? And then eventually it gets easy?
It gets easier over time, like practice with anything. But yes, the first month is like hell. And there are moments now where it's still like hell. So I still do 2 hours a day now. That's my daily practice.
What's a couple practical things somebody can do to try to replicate and get some of the result?
I think number one definitely is finding some space, whether it's 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, just to start with gratitude. I think that's the beginning of this journey.
Number 3, where's a place people can go?
I personally think social media is the best place to start.
Really? Social media?
Yeah, because you're so glued to it. If you can just start curating your feed to looking at the right stuff, that's the most practical thing you right now.
You like? What's the best place for people to reach you? Like, where should they go?
So Facebook, Instagram are my biggest places.
Okay.
YouTube I'm on to, Twitter I'm on to.
That's awesome.
JAYSHETTY.
Jay, thanks for being here.